Hi, Steve and Caleb from Brownells here with another edition of Smythbusters. Caleb, what are we looking at today?
Today we are looking at the myth that rebluing your gun will make it worth more money.
Oh, and that is a myth.
That is certainly a myth. Some guns, sure, but definitely not all guns, especially the older guns.
Right. A lot of people seem to think if they've got an old gun that's a little bit brown colored or something, they got to get that thing cleaned up and get some finish on there. So if you take your first generation Colt Single Action Army and put it on the wire wheel to clean it up before you take it in to get an estimate, bad move.
Very bad move. Yeah, leaving that patina on there is definitely going to make it way more than just cutting it off. Especially even if you replace it with more finish, not a good idea.
Right. This Winchester here is a good candidate to be left alone as it is. It's got some honest wear. Mechanically, it's in great shape. Everything is there. Everything is in good condition. You wouldn't want to refinish it unless it had some, really sentimental value. You want to restore it like it was when your granddad bought it or something.
Right.
I don't know, but I leave these alone.
Yeah, and it can also depend on who does the rebluing.
True. So, if you have one of the famous places do it, a full restoration and do it correctly, it can actually be worth more money. But an average refinish or reblue job by a no-name shop, it's going to take money off the table for a piece like a Winchester or a rare Colt or something, easily.
Yep, absolutely. So, let's take a look at some that can increase in value.
Now, this old Romanian Tokarev here, you're not going to hurt it by refinishing it at all. In fact, you're going to help it. That's what we did with this one. Bead blast cabinet and then some polishing on the sides, and it looks like a new gun. So it might bring a little bit more than the average one. Maybe not worth all the effort, but I don't have much in it anyway. On the other hand, this late war P38 has the original finish. It's got that rougher late war finish. You don't want to polish that out and make it shiny because it destroys the value completely on it. I mean, it really tears it down.
Yeah.
A 44 P38 should not be shiny.
Yep, absolutely. And even if you have a gun that has some dirt and wear on it and stuff like that, I've done quite a bit of, not restorations, but what we called antique cleanings on like some older Civil War carbines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the trick is to find a gunsmith that knows what he's doing so he can clean up the firearm without removing that patina.
Right.
So
if you've got a real old rare firearm, it's kind of like restoring a painting or something. I mean, you really got to be careful not to remove too much of anything.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting because in those types of jobs, you're actually removing less than a standard cleaning, but you got to be so careful that you're going to pay more for that cleaning job. So be aware of that. But if you're looking to get a reblue quote or something like that, take that into consideration, and definitely don't try to clean it yourself before you get a quote on it if you have an older firearm.
Right. Now, if you've got a break open 12 gauge shotgun or something, or a Mossberg 500, go ahead and get it refinished if you want to. No big deal. They're common. They're everywhere. Don't worry about it. But if you got something older and rarer, like I said, a Colt revolver or something like that, have a professional look at it and kind of guide you through the process.
So back on the topic of busted or not here, that myth is definitely busted.
Right.
You are not going to increase the value by refinishing a firearm.
Right. So if you have any comments or questions, please let us know, especially if you're considering getting one of your guns refinished, restored, reblued, what have you. We'd like to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Be sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you next time with another edition of Smythbusters.